So you were just going off about you were not using neurotypical, you said.
I use non-auts for not autistic people.
Could you say that again a little bit louder?
Non-aut?
Not-aut?
Non-aut.
Oh, non-aut? I thought that... Did you just change it?
No. You just didn't hear me.
I just... Everyone in this house questions my hearing. You're joining your dad in that. Okay. Non-aut. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you call neurotypical people non-aut?
Technically, nothing's kind of typical. It's just that, like, the fact that both kind of had a different way of thinking. So technically, they're both kind of different, and there just so happens to be more of one kind than the other.
Yeah.
So the one that has more kind just like thinks the other kind is just
not typical.
Yeah. So technically both of them are kind of weird. I'll tell you that.
So do you think neurotypical, do you think non-aut thinking is a little bit weird?
Yeah.
Can you think, okay, I'm putting laundry away around you, I'm sorry, so I'm going to be like all over the place. Okay. Can you think of any examples?
Like sometimes people will yell at you for no reason. I think it's
I
kind of weird that some people like think autistic people are totally dumb. There's this one girl who like pretends to be my friend. She thinks I'm old, but I can tell that she kind of is a bully.
Yeah.
I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
She like thinks I can't tell. She like underestimates me a lot. It's like, hey, I can tell what you're doing.
I think that your time at your other school gave you a lot of experience in figuring out which people you could trust. But in here you do have a lot of good friends.
Yeah, I noticed this a lot with the people who do a lot of, there's like this one group, it's mostly boys. There are like very few girls, but there are some girls. Just because you're like different, like I'm more into academics than most sports. I love horseback riding, I like basketball, I like ballet. That's about it.
But you like, yeah.
I hate soccer.
But you like school.
Yeah, I like school more than, I'm more of academics than
sports.
Yeah, they'll be mean to you just because you're more academic-y than sporty.
Already, 5th grade, ugh.
And it's like you can't really do anything about it. All you can do is tell your parents, but that's about it because it's considered tattling if you tell a teacher, so you can't, and you'll get in trouble if you try to like get back at them, so you're just like, have nothing to do.
You can always tell me and Daddy.
Yeah, that's about it. There was this boy that hit me and a couple of other girls. I told them that Dad was going to talk to the principal and he said, and they like acted like it was nothing serious.
I just don't get, I don't remember boys, especially when we were like in 5th grade, hitting girls when I was in school. I mean, you've been punched by multiple boys since you've been in school, and that definitely didn't happen when I was younger.
There was like one boy that, remember that boy in 2nd grade that
punched you in the face.
It was obvious at my old school that I was autistic. I didn't even know like the simplest comeback.
Yeah, you got really badly bullied at your old school.
But the good news is I was really reliable on my parents, and I found out this really big thing.
What was the big thing?
You know, the thing like about the 2 bullies were actually bullying every new kid since preschool, and we were the ones to like catch them.
Oh yeah.
They actually turned out to be really nice kids at the end when we stopped them.
Kind of.
Kind of.
If you can't be nice after years of bullying. As nice, I guess. You're pretty generous, Sadie.
A lot of people, I'm guessing it's only one person, but some people can kind of try to take advantage of you sometimes, and it's not going to happen. Sometimes it's very hard to tell if they're like bossing you around, if like a teacher's like telling you to do that stuff. How am I supposed to know? Like some girls just tattle a lot.
You can always check with the teacher too to see if the teacher has told them something. Is that an option sometimes, or?
Some kids will say like the teacher said it, but you honestly can never be sure. And some girls can be just like weird. Not in a weird like I didn't do anything to you. Weird.
Weird like they're mean even though you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah. Sometimes people will say you're weird, but you're actually a lot more like normal than people think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
You're not weird. You're awesome.
yeah. I'm actually like, I don't tell this anyone I said this, but I'm this.
Okay. Am I editing this out? Or can I leave it in? Is this like...
Leave it in as long as no one finds this.
Okay, someone might find it, so do you...
Well, they probably won't care. I got all A's in my classes, and no one has the same classes as me. I got all advanced classes, and no one else got that.
You are very, very smart.
I tend to behave more than like other kids, probably because I was sent to like a really kind of strict school. I didn't realize it was that strict until I came to the new school.
Yeah.
It was a private school, so it was like a whole level up. The things you learned in second grade was like third grade, and the things you learned in first grade was fourth grade. When I came to the new school in third grade, I could have went to fourth grade.
Like especially in math. Oh, what were you saying about sarcasm the other day?
Sometimes,
Sadie, what are your thoughts on sarcasm? Sorry.
It can be used for bullying.
Anything else?
I'm picturing this one. Remember you when I say it could be used for bullying?
A specific one? Because the other day you said you don't get why sarcasm is even a thing.
There's technically no reason for it.
I thought that was interesting when you said that.
There's no reason for it, and it's just confused.
It's just confusing, yeah.
People like will say it in like a certain tone so you can tell why, but there's literally no reason to do it.
Well, that's good. It's good that you can tell when people are being sarcastic.
Well, do you think some people can get really rough during sports?
Like the boys have been lately?
Tell me about it.
I mean, I haven't been there. I've just been hearing. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's...
Like,
is that still going on?
I haven't been like punched by a boy in the last few days, ever since I told you.
Yeah.
And sometimes the boys can be really competitive though, in games like handball, nitro ball.
Nitro ball?
It's volleyball, just you can... Oh, Yoshi.
I don't know what that is.
It's like tag.
Okay.
You just race from both sides.
Not to distract you. Do you want to talk a little bit about that video?
Video?
About the video at class or no?
Oh.
You don't have to.
There was this video in science class, and it was something about... It wasn't like a negative way about talking about autistic people. It was more like a sleeping problem that sometimes some people have. I'm not saying this in like a negative way.
You didn't feel like the video was negative, but the video made you feel really angry.
Yeah.
Because you felt like maybe it was kind of negative, you said?
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't supposed to be negative, you didn't like the way they were talking about. Is that kind of right?
Yeah. There was this one thing I want.
Finally. Sorry, I'm looking for these two socks for a long time. Go on.
How come you can't climb in from the windows?
Because windows are supposed to have screens on them?
I was messing with you. Not like... I was asking you when I was supposed to get something from the kitchen. There's like, you know, the window in the basement right outside the door. It doesn't have a screen.
Still?
You could just like line
It's
out.
really hard to open and close that one because Maggie's almost broken it. And once it's open, then Daddy has to go outside of the window. He has to use all of his strength to push it closed. And then I'm still barely able to close it. And one of these days we might not be. And the last time he had to do that, it was raining. And it wasn't fun. So there is your answer.
Yeah.
So you like non-auts better than not-auts? Not-auts kind of has a rhyme to it. But you're the one doing the naming, so if you like non-auts better.
It's just how I think of it.
Okay. How many times a day do you think it?
Hardly ever. Unless the word autistic is brought up. If a word's brought up like that...
Are you tucking yourself into my bed like you're gonna sleep
cold!
here? Okay. I wonder if Maggie turned out the thermostat, because it should not be cold in here like this, but I was cold earlier too. I meant to check. Our power bill was so low last month, and I think it's because Maggie keeps turning the heat off all the time. Good job, Maggie. You saved us like a couple, I don't know, you saved us like $100. That's it for today. If you like this video, we'd love it if you give it a thumbs up, and if you're interested in all things autism, we'd love it if you'd hit subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, this kid of mine.